Okay, right back at you. Salakia had a phone call come in. Definitely just interrupted the whole live. But without further ado, here's the video.
An occasional shot in the arm has long been a rite of passage for American children. And for years, few parents questioned the safety of childhood vaccinations. Now a growing number are, and they've triggered a sometimes heart-wrenching debate. Our cover story is reported by Martha Teichner.
Keep going.
Go up.
Eleanor and Mark Tremblay have trouble looking at their son Oliver, 8 years old, severely autistic, without saying to themselves, if only.
Now, he's had that drum all of 2 minutes or something, and he's already learned how to play it.
As they play the videos showing how Ollie was before, they think, if only they could just rewind their lives.
After the vaccination, he couldn't even hold the drumstick?
No.
Yeah.
If only they could skip that shot. The measles, mumps, and rubella vaccination they believe caused their son's autism, although there is no conclusive scientific evidence.
Vaccination was given at 14 months of age, roughly, and within a week or two of that, he was not greeting me at the door anymore, didn't want to play ball, was starting to get repetitive motions, hand flapping.
And he just wasn't there anymore. It's like somebody came and stole them in the night.
There is risk with vaccines, but the benefits far, far outweigh the risks.
Dr. James Dale, a professor of medicine at the University of Tennessee's Health Science Center in Memphis, has spent his entire...
You see, man, and see these devils. They want us to believe that they're helping us when they're not. And the crazy thing about it is that there's countless information that is out there that points and shows you that these devils are liars, man. But they're still pushing this narrative to do what? To inject you with harmful chemicals that's causing kids to become docile minded, going from being vibrant young kids to docile, dumbfounded, unwilling to cope and cooperate. And they do this to do what? So they can pull more witchcraft over your head to where you don't even care to even think about it. You can't think. Your mind is docile. Brother got a scripture you're gonna read, and then we're gonna play a video some more. Go ahead, Out.
This is the book of Psalm chapter 10, and I'm gonna start at verse 2, and it reads, "The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor.
Mm-hmm.
Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined."
Mm-hmm.
Right. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Esau has always, through many years of research and history, we see that Esau has persecuted the poor. Not only do they persecute their own people, like in the video, but they persecute us.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that they persecute us is by giving us these jabs, giving us these Paul Pierces, man. And the scriptures say, let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. The shit that they're trying to push on us, the Lord is going to eventually, he's going to put them in the pit that they have imagined for us, man.
Can you grab Diligent Search, Baba Kashaw? Because the brother spoke about how they do it. They do a diligent search. They really search out wickedness, and they carry it out, and they do it to benefit them. And they do it to their own people, as long as these elites and these top 1%ers, as they say, are able to live deliciously and comfortably, they'll take out their own people. They don't care. There's no love and remorse in these people. Go ahead, Al.
I'm gonna start at this is the book of Psalm chapter 64 and verse 5, and it reads, "They encourage themselves in an evil manner.
Mm-hmm.
They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them?"
Who shall see them? They'll tell you a lie. They'll say that these things are good for you. That these things that these shots are to help you to keep you safe from something else that is out here. nothing but lies. This is what they do. This is how they operate, man. They're devils, man. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 6, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search.
Oh, man, they search out iniquities. What can we do to overtake these people and keep them in straits, keep them docile, or keep them in a mindset to where they don't rise up and rebel against us. You know, that's what it's all about. Power. They want to continue to stay in power, man. You know, and so they do a diligent search. They search out iniquities. You know, in the worst type of way. They poison your food. They poison the water. They poison the air. You know, they inject our children with these vaccines. And I'm gonna say it. I know you're gonna strike this one. I'm going to go on and say it because, Lord willing, someone who needs to hear this is going to hear it before you do it. I'll leave it up to the Lord. Go ahead, Doc.
Slaki, and you go into that word diligent, it goes into to search out or disguise oneself.
Mm-hmm.
So, they disguise themselves. They'll make it seem like it's a beautiful thing, like it's something that we need, something that's good for our health, when in fact it's killing us, man.
Yeah, they're trying to make it seem like they're helping you. You know, hey, what the scripture said, a gift destroys the heart. Oh, I'm giving you a gift to help you, but really, it's to destroy you, man. You know, I'm helping you. No, you're not. You're an evil, wicked devil, and we don't trust you, man. The scriptures say, never trust thine enemy. You know, roughly paraphrasing.
Rock 12 and 10, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rust, the soul is his wickedness, man.
Yeah.
Meaning he's gonna always show. His wickedness is always going to shine through.
And that's what's happening now, man. Esau's skirt is being lifted, man, and all the iniquities, all the horrible acts that he's committed are being
searched out by us.
Yeah, and other nations as well. You know, everyone's tired of this devil, man, and no one else wants to see this devil in power, rule over anybody. How the hell can you rule over anybody? Who are you to rule over anybody, man? You are a base man, as the scriptures say. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
Psalm chapter 64 and verse 6, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Meaning like their mind, their innermost thoughts, the innermost part of their belly, When they wake up in the morning, their thoughts when they go to bed at night, you know what I mean? Like the scriptures say, I'm going to get it, they sleep not lest they do wickedness. Slaki, bear with me for 1 second, y'all. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief. And this is talking about the wicked, which is Esau, Edom, according to Malachi, the first chapter. And when you go into that word mischief, Salakia, when you go into that word mischief, it literally means evil or to be bad. So it says, for they sleep not lest they have done mischief, wickedness, and their sleep is taken away lest they cause some to fall. So they literally have to overthrow somebody or, put somebody down to sleep at night, man. That shows you the nature of these devils. And they're never going to change, man. Esau is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And according to the Bible, the Edomites are you so-called white people, man. And you show yourselves to be the wicked, considering, your pride, the way you treat us, the way you kill our people and have no remorse. You're remorseless people. So if you have no remorse, that also means that, when you go to bed at night, the wickedness you do, you have no remorse, man. Like you're not looking to make amends for the wickedness you've done. You laugh about it. But let me finish that Proverbs 64. Psalm 64.
We're gonna go ahead and play the rest of this video and then close it out.
This is the book of Psalm chapter 64 verse 7. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. That's talking about the thermonuclear missiles. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Esau is going to get exactly what he dished out. There, like it says in Galatians 6 and 7, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and play this video out, and then we're gonna come and close it and get ready for camp. But again, without further ado, is the rest of the video.
Their career, more than 30 years, working to perfect a vaccine to prevent streptococcus, the infection that causes strep throat, and in its more virulent forms, so-called flesh-eating disease and rheumatic fever.
If we can reduce the incidence of acute rheumatic fever and rheumatic heart disease by half in the world, that's where the real personal payoff would come.
Dr. James Dale, determined to save millions of children, and the Tremblays, heartbroken over the fate of one boy. Between them, you have the story of vaccines, the greater good versus the risk, no matter how small, to the individual. It's a debate that began in this country nearly 300 years ago over smallpox.
Well, it was a disease that would sweep through cities and infect, tens of thousands of people at a time, and it would kill 20, 30, 50% of them.
Journalist Arthur Allen is the author of Vaccine, the controversial story of medicine's greatest lifesaver.
Really, the first form of smallpox vaccine came from China and India, where it was used for centuries, and it entered the United States in 1721. Cotton Mather actually brought it to the United States.
Yes, Cotton Mather, the hellfire and brimstone Puritan preacher for Boston. His house was firebombed when he urged Bostonians to try scratching live smallpox infection into their skin. In 1796, British country doctor Edward Jenner confirmed that milkmaids exposed to a much milder cowpox virus were immune to smallpox. Millions of people finally dared to...
Quick precept.
Because this goes perfectly with what they're saying on there, man. It's the book of Psalm, chapter 64 and verse 8, and it reads, "So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves." They're going to admit their wickedness. All that see them shall flee away. When the world knows who the wicked is, I believe it says in 1 Thessalonians, then shall that wicked be revealed. When the world finds out that you so-called white people are the devil that the Bible speaks of, they're going to get the fuck away from you, man. When you make your tongue to fall upon yourself, when you show the world that you are the ones who have been sowing all this wickedness in the earth, that you've been the ones that have been killing hundreds of millions of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and getting paid vacations, man. When the world figures out who you are, they're going to get the hell away from you, and the Lord is going to judge you.
That's right.
Vaccinated with Jenner's cowpox serum. The term vaccinate comes from the Latin word for cow, vacca.
Confidence in vaccines and mistrust in vaccines goes in waves. And also another element is really the seriousness of the disease. I mean, when the polio vaccine came out in 1955, it came into a country that was petrified of polio.
In post-war America, the wail of ambulance...
That's the witchcraft. They create a crisis or a problem, and then they come with a solution to it, but really they're the ones behind it all to begin with. And so it's like they create that scare, that fear, They create that fear. And the people, out of fear, they relinquish their power to the people to be able to do what they want to, as far as get vaccinated, get all this stuff, man. Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalm, chapter 58, and I'm going to start at verse 2. Yeah, in heart ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. Mm-hmm. Verse 3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. Mm-hmm. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Just like the brother said, they'll push it out there as something good, when in fact they'll already know the fact that these vaccines are deadly and that it's going to kill you eventually.
We got to get going. So we're going to close it out right there. With that being said, with all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakar Kadash, and double honor to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace salutations to the hopeful elect, 144,000 and one-third man and children in order. Again, Shema Ya'Allah.
Brother Lord, yeah.
And until next time, Shalom.
Shalom.